Hello everyone and welcome to Vitality Monday. I am Dr. Ibukun Adedokun, an integrative and functional nutritionist and certified juice therapist. Today I'm going to show you how I make my plant-based milk using my Nama M1 plant-based milk maker. And I just wanted to let you know that this is not a paid advert. This is me just encouraging someone out there who recently found out that they can't drink dairy anymore, or that have been experiencing food sensitivities lately. I just wanted to come and encourage you and let you know that it's not the end of the world and there are other options out there. And for me that holds true because when I switched to plant-based milk, I was pleasantly surprised at how creamy they are. And I'll say this because I'm currently going through a gut reset. So for the longest time, I've been wanting to switch to plant-based, but I couldn't because of the type of machines that they have out there. And for some other people might find it easy and it doesn't bother them, but having to squeeze through a cheesecloth, and that's just not that's just not for me. And that, like I said, that's my personal preference. For me, it feels like as if I'm rinsing my hand through what I'm about to drink in the next few minutes. Like I said, it might not gross other people out, but it doesn't, I don't feel too good with that. So back to the milk making. Nama actually provides you with a book, and which I really find helpful. They have lots of recipe in here, and one of the recipes that I made the other day is the hemp seed and oat milk, and it was one of the creamiest milk I've ever tasted in my life. And when they said, I was reading their reviews, and they said that it's the machine makes barista style milk, and I said, okay, I'll buy it, let's see. And when I bought it and I made that milk, it actually does make barista style milk, surprisingly. So yeah, if you have the opportunity and the funds to be able to get the machine, I would say get it. But if you like the other ones, they have other options too on Amazon that you can buy. If you don't want to, I feel like my personal thing is that you don't have to break your bank to be able to eat healthy, and you still want to be within your budget regardless of whatever you're doing in when you're trying to advocate for your health. It still has to be within your budget, so just to keep that in mind. So once again, like I said, this video is not about me showing you a fancy machine and how I make my milk. I'm sure you've seen those videos on YouTube, but like I said, I just wanted to encourage someone who is experiencing food sensitivities and your gut flora is not where it needs to be. I just want to encourage you to hang in there, and there are different options, and in subsequent videos I'll be showing how other options that you can make quick and easy meal prep or healthy snacks that you can eat, so that way you can continue to advocate for your own health. So how do I make my milk? I put in the milk in the machine first of all. So thankfully they've also provided a measuring cup. So this is 1 cup of my hazelnuts, and I'm just going to slowly pour that in without splattering it everywhere. Yay, I made it. And then I have my dates. So a quick thing about why I'm using dates. I stopped using, first of all, in 2019, I stopped using white sugar and I switched over to brown. And then in 2021, I just said, why am I even using sugar anyways? So I stopped using sugar. So it's 2025 right now, a few years down the line. And the most interesting thing about that is that I just don't even miss using sugar anymore. The only time I get to eat sugar is probably maybe when we go out to eat. I know probably they're going to use white granulated sugar, and when I come back home, I do my regular detox to get my body system in the right manner. So with that said, I put in the dates, then I add, it says a pinch of salt. So I just get some and then just add that in as well. And then one thing I wanted to mention about salt, if you can see that I'm using the sea salt. So mostly, um, again, in other videos, I'll be showing you what to watch out for when you go out to shop. So see the ingredient list, I don't know if you can see it. I'll bring it close. The ingredient list on there is sea salt. So what am I trying to say? Try to move towards purchasing things for your pantries that has the ingredient list that you need. Say salt. I used to buy salt and then they had like anti-caking agent. That just didn't sound right for me. I don't want anti-caking agent. If I'm buying salt, I want to know that I'm buying salt. So that's one other thing to keep in mind. And then I'm gonna add 4 cups of water in the milk. And then I'll close it with the lid. Turn on the machine. It says hello. And then, so it's usually, it sets it at 1. So for this particular milk, 1 minute is good for it. And they have other, again, recipes in here, and you can just use, sometimes it calls for 30 minutes or 30 seconds or 35 seconds, depending on, it basically depends on what you're making at that time. So I'm just gonna start it, and just for 1 minute, sit set. And at this point, it tells me to open up this sprout. And then it'll do a final spin. There you have it. You have 4 cups of milk and just a little over 4 cups of milk. And like I said, no squeezing, and actually you don't even have to soak the nuts. So, but I'm currently going through a gut reset, so I have to soak everything. So one of the things I've taken out of my diet is gluten. So, and in order for me to be able to eat nuts as well, I have to soak them. And some of these other superfoods that I soak, they're high in phytic acid. So I'll be doing more, like I said, I'll be doing more videos to explain those different options that are out there and what to watch out for, what to shop for when you go to the grocery store. And so, like I said, if you I just remembered something that someone said. They recently said that they found out that they've started experiencing sensitivities to dairy, and this is how they decided to handle that situation, that they would go in, eat more dairy stuff as much as they can until they can't eat dairy stuff anymore. And in my nutritionist mind, just this is my answer to that. Basically, that's not the best option. If they continue to do that, that was in their gut, and when the gut responds back, that person is not going to like it. It's not going to be a pretty situation or a good situation for that person. So rather than consuming something that you know it's not going to be good for you, find better option. That's what they usually say, that nutrition is not a one size fit all. That holds really true. So for example, like there's some vegetables that they call nightshade. An example is tomato. For some people that experiencing IBD, they can't tomato is acidic for them, they can't eat it. The question is tomato healthy? Yes, it is. So but they can't eat it. And another one is cruciferous, under cruciferous vegetables, An example is broker. Again, people that are IBD patients, they can't tend to be sensitive to them as well. Again, is it healthy? It's healthy. So that's an example of when they say nutrition is not one size fit all. Just because something is nutritious doesn't mean it's gonna be good for you. I just want you all to keep that in mind. So it only took me 1 minute. So if you're a busy mom like me, or you're just busy, you might want to invest in this machine. And if it's, I mean, I get it, if it's on the expensive side, like I said at the beginning, you don't have to break your bank. You can just get something that you can use temporarily until you can start saving up money until you can afford a really good machine. Because at the end of the day, if you end up, if you end up not buying what you really need, you're spending money on machine that keeps breaking on you. But so far I've been using my Nama M1. It's a game changer, and I'm really glad that I decided to buy, because I've been wanting to change to plant-based milk and I just couldn't. Like I said, I just didn't want to deal with the whole investment, the whole work that came with it. But with this, all I have to do is, and another thing that you have to do is make sure that when you're done with this, you clean your machine right away. You don't want to leave it sitting around. By the time you get back to it, you're not gonna like the results. So clean your machine. So with today, I hope that everything I've been able to do has been able to let you know that there are different options out there. And like I said, if you're experiencing those sensitivities in your gut, you're not feeling well, and when you go to the doctors, your lab results checks out fine, everything is fine, and then the doctor is giving you a side-eye look, they're saying all your test results are good, but within yourself you know that something's just not right. I'm right there with you, and I know what you're going through. And like I said, with subsequent videos, I'll be showing you different things that you can do to basically advocate for your health. So it's important that you advocate for your health. So now I'm just gonna do a quick test taste. Of course I know how it tastes, but just want to see how creamy that is. They tell you that it makes barista style milk, and it's true, it does make it. So see how creamy that is. Well, again, it's delicious. I know you can come back here, but it tastes really good. And in other videos, I'll be showing you how I further enhance these milks. I put them in my smoothie, excuse me, and I use them oatmeal. When I drink my oatmeal and when I eat my oatmeal in the morning, I use them for that. So there are many other various options. Even sometimes you might even make the milk and you may not like the taste of it itself, but you can do other things to enhance it. So I'll be showing you that in another video. So once again, I hope I've been able to encourage someone, letting you know that it's not the end of the world if you can't drink dairy anymore, or if you're experiencing food sensitivity, there are other options right there. You just need to find what works for you, because nutrition is not a one size fit all. Once again, it's Vitality Monday, and I hope you got something out of today's video. I'll see you in the next video.